Papa, this bike is just cutting us off.
I know, but I can see him. Anyway, it's okay. We'll just let him go.
Papa, the bus with the right indicator is turning left.
Yeah, but I can see that. I can make out that is coming left. We are fine. Okay.
Okay. Papa, are we going to go between the trucks?
Yes, but I will go carefully. Oh.
Papa, this biker is driving so dangerously.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Drive Safe. Today we're going to discuss what I call ATM driving, assessing their moves or anticipating their moves as we drive. Let's look at some everyday scenes that happen on our roads. Here I can make out there's a share auto here. So somebody may get off, and if somebody gets off, they'll have to pay him. If they need to get changed, they'll again wait for that. So anyway, I'm just waiting for him to move out and give me some space. With regards to autos, just look at the way that the front wheel or the nose is pointed in. That will give you a clue as to which way he wants to go. Most auto guys will not wait for you. So here, see his front wheel, it's turn, it's not straight, it's still turning. So I know he's gonna go off that way. Anyway, I just let him continue driving. For an auto rickshaw, this is too slow. And the moment his front turns past the midline of the road, I know he's going to go off towards his right. As I drive here, I'm very slow because I can see a cow on my left. And then I see two boys, and there's one guy who's holding a football underneath his t-shirt. If the ball slips, he may make some sudden movement to get it. So I'm just being very slow till I go past them. I am not a zoologist, but what I've noticed right from school days is doggies tend to squat when they poop, as opposed to cows on the roads, which can either stand and poop or they can keep walking and pooping. So to me, this doggy is very unlikely to move till I go past him. CMC, cricket, marathon and chess. How can we use these games to help us as we drive? Cricket first. MST, popular captain. M is moving. S, stopping. D, door opening or driver getting off. PC, are people coming onto your path? Is anybody walking around the vehicle? I can see somebody is trying to stop an auto. I'm wondering, is he going to move? Is he going to stop? Yeah, he's not stopping. He didn't like the destination, what the boy said, so he's continuing to drive. One of our viewers, Mr. Ritesh Vanchu, he wrote a comment saying, when we drive on the road, we should
be predictable.
But most often, our traffic is very unpredictable and chaotic. People just do what they feel like doing without checking if it is safe for them and for others to do so. And this whole video is whether you and I can assess and anticipate or predict those moves. I can see there's a milk van that is open. The back of it is open. There's a biker who's taking something from the person inside the van. Now if you look closely, the biker's hands were not on the bike's handle. He was still carrying some bag. So I know very unlikely he's gonna move. By the time he decides to move, I would have gone past him. One more auto is stopping here right in the middle of the road. Again, I don't know if somebody's going to get off or the driver is going to get off. So I completely slow down and see that somebody gets off. I am safe only when it is clear. That is when I drive on. The same junction, as I take this left turn, I notice an auto. Again, is he moving? Is he staying? Is the driver getting off? No, the driver was, I think, counting money or on his phone. So he was not in a position to move. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's absolutely fine to drive like this without, following rules. I'm just saying I find this very useful to stay away from trouble when I drive on our road. See, MSD, driver got out of the auto. One major question on my mind when I'm driving is always to ask myself, what is he doing? Whether it's parked vehicles, whether it's on the highway, state highway, city traffic, what is he doing? So here I can make out that this car is slowing down, his brake lights have come on. Somebody may get off without checking. Yes, MSD, the door has opened. Anyway, I am fully prepared for it. Vijayawada's Ben Circle. Incidentally, this is where I got the idea of MSD, moving, staying or door opening. See that? I could see him. I could comfortably slow down adequately without getting into any trouble. I can see that the taxi here is slowing down. Again, I'm thinking, what is he doing? See, he stopped right in the middle of the junction. He should not be doing it. But then what to do? He's stopped. But anyway, I am just going past when I feel that the road is clear for me. Now for the second point from cricket.
Papa, he's out! Papa, I reached!
In cricket, in the pre-DRS days, if you're not sure if the batsman is out or not, the benefit of doubt was always given to the batsman. If someone makes a sudden move on the road, I give the benefit of doubt to him. I tell myself he's doing it because he's got some block on the road. See this truck, suddenly he's come into my lane. I don't know why he did that, but anyway, I'm keeping my distance. See, because there was a truck on that lane, he came onto my side. But anyway, I was ready for it. There is an auto rickshaw here which is suddenly turning to his left. See, there was a cow which made him make do that move. What is this bus doing? He is parked. Do I have place to go? I don't have. Why is he parked like this on the road without allowing me to go? I don't know. It's raining heavily. There may be some puddles there. I have no idea. But anyway, it is not clear for me to go. I will not go. All that matters to me is what is he doing? Why is he doing it? Again, like I said, benefit of doubt. See, those bikes were parked there. Maybe that's why he could not park in a way that he could let me drive past him. Friends, I am not saying I am James Bond, I am superstar. I mean, you don't have to agree with whatever I say, but I have many strong reasons why I think I should just give them the benefit of doubt. First and foremost is my own safety. Another reason is when I joined a driving school in college, all that the guy told me was, I will get you a license. Full stop. That's it. That was his only aim. Nothing about looking left, looking right, blind spot, right of way. Nothing was ever even told to me. Now, I don't mean to say that every driving school in the country is bad. I'm just saying many of us may not have even had proper training to get onto the road. Anyways, let's get back to ATM driving now. I'm on a highway, but through a town limits, and I could see an AC bus ahead of me, which is not overtaking a truck. These buses actually can drive very fast. So I'm thinking, is he gonna brake? Is he gonna stop to get some passenger? There, can you see? The brake lights came on, and I knew he was gonna stop to let some passengers get off. Driving over a flyover, you can make out its city limits. There's a town on either side. So I'm again thinking, when the flyover gets over, will there somebody be parked, either a bus or a truck or a cargo vehicle, something to unload something? So here I could see an AC bus. Again there, see, his brake lights came on and I know he was gonna stop. Anyway, I kept a safe distance away from him and I could continue driving. One of the first things that I assess when I'm driving behind someone is to see whether his or her brake lights are functional or not. So if you look at the left, there's a car where three lights are on, both the brake lights on either side as well as a central high mounted lamp as well, stop lamp. Here see this auto rickshaw as well. See, moment he goes over the speed breakers, before that his lights come on. So I know in traffic, I know I can assess whether he's braking or stopping or continuing to move based on his brake lights. If you notice this auto also, see that his lights have already come on. There's a speed breaker, so he's preparing for that. On the highway, I can make out that this Desire's brake lights are definitely working, and as you keep watching, once he takes his foot off the brakes there, the lights go off. Many vehicles in our country do not have functional brake lights. Actually, many don't even have tail lamps. There's a speed breaker, my gap is reducing, but his lights have not come on. So I know his lights are not working. I know I need to be very, very careful with this guy. Now, if you look at this tractor, I was looking actually, is he braking, is he not braking? He was braking, it was quite obvious, but on either side, neither on the left nor on the right, there are no tail lamps. I mean, even if we didn't have it on this generator, even on the tractor per se, there were no lamps at all. And this is an extremely common scenario on our roads. And if we are looking only for their brake lights, we are likely to end up in trouble. See, no tail lamps at all. I am at a junction. I can see that there is a bus which is trying to turn to his right. I'm fine. I'll go slowly behind him. Next thing I'm looking for is, are there any passengers? Because he might stop to pick them up or to drop somebody off. And if you look closely, I don't think his brake lights are functional. Anyways, I am behind this car. And as I drive, I could notice an auto rickshaw trying to come the same way, but I didn't let him come this way. I am not perfect. I have my flaws. Now there are two reasons why I did not let this auto chap drive this way. One, because this is actually a one way. He's not supposed to be driving in this direction at all. And number two, sometimes it becomes very difficult to always let go, especially when you know you're not in the wrong, when you know you're driving correctly. It becomes very difficult to let the other fellow go. 95% of the times I let such fellows go. But today I just felt like cutting him off. I can see that there's a Tata Hexa in front of me, and I could see his brake lights come on. So I slowed down. There was no place for me, so I had to wait till I have enough space to go. And he's stopped right at a junction, right over a zebra crossing. Anyways, he actually was on his phone at this time, but anyway, I just went past when it was safe. There is a parked city bus here. Again, I'm thinking, is he gonna move? Is he gonna stay stopped, or is somebody gonna walk across? Is the driver gonna walk down, or is some passengers gonna get off or get to the bus? Nobody came. I'm anyway. All right. Another parked city bus here. See, there's a lot of crowd. People may be getting off. People may be trying to run and catch the bus. Anyway, I'm waiting. Yeah, he's made his move. He started to move, so I know I cannot overtake. That's fine. I will go only when I feel it is safe for me to go past. There is a school bus that is stopping. So again, I'm thinking, will some kids get off and run on the road, or will somebody else be running? And it was not a kid, but there was a parent who ran across. Anyway, I went slow. City limits, there's a town bus that is stopping, so I'm slowing down. I'm just thinking whether somebody may come onto my path. Is somebody coming there? Somebody has come from the left, but anyway, I was not over speeding here. I know there's a bus stop here on the left. I'm wondering whether he's going to go towards the stop or not. He's not. He's continuing to drive. I'm absolutely fine. I'm in no hurry to overtake. I will go aramse behind him. Benefit of doubt. So this auto, you can make out he's braking. His brake lights have come on. He's turning. I'm wondering, when there's nobody stopping him, why is he turning? And see, there was a cow. There was a calf that walked past. This truck was slightly moving into my lane, probably because of the biker and then the cows on his left. When somebody cuts me off suddenly, whether there is something blocking them or not, the benefit of me giving the benefit of doubt to them is that I am safe. Irrespective of what they do, I am safe. I am not in any trouble. I could see a biker speeding on my left, but there's a cow and another bike there. Yeah, so I am anyway far away from trouble. This bus is moving from the middle lane into my lane, and two reasons. I thought I saw something ahead big and white, and there was a car speeding behind me, so I decided not to change my lane. And if you keep watching, this black EcoSport suddenly cuts across in front of the bus while there was a huge wide truck there. Irrespective of what others are doing, I always like to stay away from trouble, and at the same time don't want to put others in trouble. Yamuna Expressway, I think the car was trying to overtake the truck, which had to move to his left because of the parked truck on the right side. So the benefit of doubt goes to the driver. We have looked at cricket. The next sport is marathon. How can we use the principles of a marathon as we drive on our roads? No one can get up one fine day and say, okay, I'm going to run a half a marathon today. I'm going to run a full marathon today. You need to put in a lot of practice. You need to put in a lot of effort. To me, if you ask me, it's the same thing with ATM driving. The more you and I drive, the more you and I assess and anticipate the others' moves, we can get better and better and better. I am not a mind reader. If you stand in front of me, there is no way I can tell you what's going on in your head. But on the road, based on what someone is doing, I can figure out what he or she is going to do next. This A3, I could easily figure out he was going to come into my lane, maybe because of the other big truck on that side. I'm fine. I will wait, and only when the road is clear, that is when I will go past. I can see there's a bike parked on the left here. One guy has gone into the bushes, probably for a susu break, and the other guy is just standing near the bike. So to me, the guy standing near the bike is not the one who's going to drive it, because if he was the driver, he would have got onto the bike by now, ready for the other guy to join him. I am driving into a petrol bunk in Tamil Nadu, which is at the TN Andhra border. And here I could see there were 3 Andhra cars. There was a Fortuner and I think 2 Desires. Now the fuel in Andhra is almost 8 or 9 rupees more expensive than in Tamil Nadu. So in my mind, I am thinking that all of them might want to fill up their tanks fully before they enter Andhra, which means I am prepared to stay or wait for a little longer time than usual here. As I was driving behind this auto, I could notice that there were 3 ladies sitting in the back seat. All 3 of them had the same kind of flowers and they were all talking to each other. So they may all be from the same family, and also they may have got the flowers from the same source. Which means if this auto stops somewhere to let them get off and he blocks my way when he stops, I need to be prepared for 3 ladies to get off, not just 1 passenger. I am not really into flowers, but it was a combination of orange and white flowers that they were wearing. A residential area, I could see some feet behind the accent on the left, and I knew people were walking across. I just wait. Pedestrians have the right of way, so I need to let them go. Look again carefully under the car, and you can see somebody walking across. I'll play this a bit slow. See, again, you can watch a pair of feet that is walking in front of the minivan, across and in front of the minivan. Every time I drive onto the road, I'm always looking to learn new points, to pick up new things as to how can I assess and predict what they are going to do. This thing about being careful at the end or the beginning of a flyover, I learned on one of our drives to Hyderabad. I could see in many towns that these buses were stopping at the beginning or the end of the flyovers, and that is when I thought, okay, I need to be careful whenever there's a flyover. Not only for auto rickshaws, even for cars, for any vehicle, the way the nose is pointed in, the way the front is pointed in, is most likely the way that the vehicle is gonna go. The same thing with two wheelers as well. Look at the front wheel. See that he wants to turn to his right. I am fine. I have picked it up. I will let him go. The next scene is from near Tom's Bakery in Bangalore, where recently Virat Kohli went and bought some puffs, but nobody even recognized him because he had his mask on. Not too much traffic. I wanted to go straight, but then I could see there was a biker who was coming. See his front wheel? Yeah, he decided to cut me off. I will let him go. Keep watching here. So here there's an auto. His front is turning. Yeah, his nose is turned. He's going to take a U-turn. And then see the bike. Yeah, his front is turned to the other side. He's gone off. See the other biker. See in front of the bus. He's coming across this way. I'm behind this truck. I think it's not safe for me to overtake. But see, somebody else is overtaking. I have no problems. I will let them go. See that? That was so close. It was very close to the other truck. When I first started doing ATM driving, whenever I picked up somebody's move correctly, I used to feel very happy. I used to say like, yay, I got that right. Now it's become a habit wherever and whenever I drive. From 10, 20, 30% of accuracy, now I've almost reached close to 90%. I can reasonably pick up what somebody's gonna do. Generally, I'm very lenient to pedestrians because I feel they are really not properly given enough respect on our roads. So here actually I saw this lady, she's probably having some hip or knee problem. I let her go. I wanted the other lady also to go, but she told me to go, so I drove on. I could see an elderly lady with a very forward bent posture walking across the road. She probably has got some age related osteoporosis. Anyway, I'm not going to trouble her at all. Narrow road, another pedestrian walking, I will let him go past. I will not be in a hurry. Till I have enough space, I will not accelerate. I am taking a U-turn here. Did you notice the bikers going on the wrong side? GST, Galat side traveling. Then I saw a couple of girls trying to cross. Yes, I will not honk. I will not trouble them. I will let them go past carefully. I could see that the road to exit this petrol bunk was not very great. So I was looking at this lady whether she's going to look at me and stop. She didn't. So I am not honking. I am not trying to hurry her. When she goes past, when it is clear for me, that is when I will drive on. There's a pedestrian here. He's on his phone. I don't know whether he has earphones. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to wait till I feel the road is clear for me to drive on. I could see that a cyclist was cutting me off and he was very happy about it. And if we keep watching him, a little ahead, he even rides his cycle without holding onto the handle at all. I know there's a liquor store just a little bit ahead, and I was wondering whether he was going to go there to get something. I think he went there because he stopped right in front of that. Just ahead of that same liquor store, there was this guy, when it was raining, who was doing a lungi dance on the road. I'm not sure if he's had a drink or two, but I'll just go a little away from him. How to assess animals? Actually, if you ask me, more than assessing, I just like to sort of go into freeze mode. Let the animals do whatever they want. Let them go past. Only then I will drive. Same thing with doggies as well. Dead slow. Be sure that they've gone away from you and then only drive ahead. Dogs can cause a lot of trouble. So here I could see a black dog suddenly running onto the road. So I slowed down. This biker was not happy with me. So I got angry, got into a small argument with him. And he didn't know what to say when I told him that a dog had come and that's why I had to brake. Ideally, I should have just let him go. There was no need for me to stop and talk to him. But like I said, I am also human. I wanted to overtake this blue car. As I kept observing, see, his brake lights have come on. Then I can see a cow crossing the road. Even then, for a split second, I thought, okay, can I overtake him? But then I told myself, no, I need to freeze. A few seconds of waiting will do me no harm. I enjoy driving in rain because most of the bikers would have gone off the road when it is raining heavily. And if they go off the road, where do they go? Generally, they will be taking shelter under in a petrol bunk, or if there is a flyover, they'll be under the flyover. So if you look here, I'm going to go under a flyover. It's raining heavily. So what should I expect? What should I anticipate? Yeah, a lot of bikers being parked here. This video is quite long. So what I'll do is I'll make another video separately for tackling bikers and a few random scenarios. Maybe I'll call that ATM part 2. But let's look at cricket, marathon and chess, and we'll wind up this video. Being able to assess their moves is probably only 40% of the problem solved. Don't get me wrong. Okay, here there's a bus parked, so there could be somebody walking across. See that? I picked it up. I will let him go. I feel what is more important is to just let them do what they're doing. I can see that a biker is overtaking me from the left. He wants to drive like that. I have no problems. I am just gonna stay far away from trouble as much as possible. I will let you do whatever you want to do. I have learned my lessons from trying to not let auto rickshaws overtake me. In Bangalore and in Hyderabad, I had a woodland brown duster. I could see that they were cutting me off, but I was so angry. I didn't want them to do it, and I ended up getting the yellow paint on my car. Overall, in India and abroad, as a family, we've covered about 3 lakh kilometers in 4 different cars. Our first 2 cars and 2 lakh kilometers, lots of scratches and dents. Next 1 lakh, thankfully, not many. It was 2 incidents involving auto rickshaws. One was in Bangalore's Indiranagar and one was in Hyderabad's Amirpet. Both the instances, I knew they were cutting me off. I just didn't want to let them do that. So I ended up getting their yellow paint, a free dose of yellow paint on my brown car. That was when I decided I will just let these fellows go, let them do whatever they want. I just don't want their yellow or their green paint getting onto my car. I had much more yellow paint than this on my brown duster, and I was really upset. This Seltos has been to different parts of India: Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Manali, Delhi, Gwalior, Agra, Goa, different parts. And thankfully, friends, I'm not boasting. I'm just saying that we managed not to pick up too many dents or scratches. And this, I feel, is not because of ATM driving, but because 95% of the times I just let them go. I just want to stay far away from trouble. Let them do whatever they want. And that brings me to the second point of using a marathon. Actually, this point was told to me by one of my bosses who's very much into marathons. He even ran the recent Hyderabad marathon. He told me about something called the second wind phenomenon. When you're running a marathon or you're doing, say, 10 laps, you'll feel, at least I personally feel very, very difficult doing the third or the fourth lap. But the moment I cross the fourth lap, then somehow I get second new wave of energy, and I can easily finish the rest of the intended 6-7 laps. And that strength to finish is the second wind phenomenon. Child specialist doctors will talk about something called the Mc-Ardle's disease. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this, which is described for runners. It is considered equivalent to a runner's high. The same way, when I think on the road, no, I can't let him go, I can't let him cut me off, I can't let him drive wrongly like this. At one time, when you let them go, you will develop sort of the second wind phenomenon for letting others go the way they want to go. I know many may not agree with what I'm saying. It's perfectly fine to say that yes, everybody has to follow rules, everybody has to stick to rules. But I find just letting them make their mistakes without you getting into trouble is much easier than expecting all of them, everybody on the roads, to stick to the rules, to follow all the rules. Ever since I started doing ATM driving, I have found it extremely useful in whichever part of the country we've driven in, be it Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, whole of South India, Himachal, Delhi, Goa, wherever. France and Belgium too, I found this extremely useful trying to do ATM driving. Not the whole of France, but mainly Paris. In Paris, I remember telling myself, not UK style, but get into India mode. But it was definitely not as challenging as driving in India. This is one of the ways to drive to Europe from the UK. This is called the Eurotunnel. So basically, you drive your car into a train, and the train takes you under the sea, under the English Channel, to France, to Calais in France, and there you drive out. In the UK, you drive on the left like in India, But in France, you drive on the right. So I told my family to keep on reminding me, drive on the right, drive on the right. Let's move on to chess now. Chennai recently had the chess Olympiad.
Are you done? No, I'm still thinking. Papa, she's taking too long to move a piece. It's not an international game. You have to wait till I finish my move.
Yes, I need to wait till the other guy on the road has finished making his move. So here I wanted to overtake on the left because there's a truck on the right on the overtaking lane. But I'm concerned that this guy may come into my path. So I slow down. Once he goes off the other side, then I know my path is clear. Only then I make my move. The Bangalore Tirupati highway. Here you can make out there's a lot of traffic. There's a junction, there's a median here. I can see that white car coming from the my left. I'm wondering, is he gonna wait? Is he gonna cut me off? He's decided to cut me off. No problem. I will wait. I will let him finish making his move. Only then will I go. See, there's still trouble. There's a truck. There's a call is coming. I'm still waiting, 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 waiting. Yes. Now is when I will accelerate. My daughter plays the rook first, and then immediately decides that she doesn't want to make that move. Ideally, once she touches it, she's supposed to move that piece. This is called the touch move rule. As far as I'm concerned, it does not exist in India. So here, this auto has stopped, which means I'm already thinking somebody may get off. And if they get off, what do they have to do? They'll have to pay the auto rickshaw driver. So their security guard is calling him out. So he moves a few inches and then waits again. I'm still waiting. I'm not honking. I'm not saying anything. I'm just waiting. Once he goes, only then I drive. Similar touch move rule does not exist scenario here. So there's a bus. I'm trying to overtake on the right lane. See, he starts straddling, which means I need to take a back seat. I'm waiting. He seems to be going back into the middle lane, but just keep watching. See, his front is still not fully clear. See, it comes back into this lane. So I'm waiting. I'm not honked. I'm just waiting for him to let me go. Only when it is clear, that is when I will drive on. There he's going off left now. Not much obstruction for me. There's an animal, there's a cow there, but it's far away from me and I am safe to go on. If we look into the origin of chess, they say it actually originated in India through a game called Chaturanga, which means four arms or four limbs, as part of the military. Infantry, cavalry, elephants, and chariots. Later on, in Persian, it became Shatranj. And in chess, your whole aim is to protect your king. You will give up anything, any other piece. You will do whatever you can to try to protect your king. If you ask me, our roads are like a battlefield. It's like a war zone. And I don't want to be checkmated. And who is the king for me? My safety is my top priority. Irrespective of what you do, what the others do, I want to stay away from trouble as much as possible. Just like in chess, you'll not mind giving up a few pawns, sacrificing a bishop or a rook, but your whole aim is to protect the king. The same way on the road, to stay safe, I don't mind sacrificing, my speed, my ego as much as possible. I just want to stay safe. I'll say it again that you don't have to agree with whatever I'm saying, but for me personally, cricket, marathon, and chess are extremely important when I'm trying to do ATM driving on our roads. Cricket, 2 points. Think of MSD, popular captain, moving, staying or stopping, door opening or a driver getting off, and people coming onto your path. And the benefit of doubt always goes to the other driver. Even if someone's driving haphazardly, I want to be able to pick up what he's doing and stay far away from trouble. Marathon wise, keep on practicing, keep on assessing. You will get better and better and better. And the other thing is to develop the second wind phenomenon while driving. It is not easy, it is difficult, especially when you know you're not in the wrong. But somehow, for your own safety, it's better to develop the second wind phenomenon while driving. I'll repeat what I said earlier, friends. I'm not saying it is okay to drive haphazardly, it is okay to drive as you wish. But I'm just saying I find this extremely useful in India to assess the others' moves so that I am safe. And with regards to chess, I need to wait till I'm absolutely sure, till I'm confident that the other chap has finished making his move. I don't like a RAC or a waitlisted ticket. I want a confirmed ticket. Only when I'm sure that he's made his move, yes, only then I will make my move. And our roads are like a battlefield, it's like a war zone. And you want to protect your king at all times. And the king here is your own safety. Whether you're driving a bike or a cycle or you're walking or you're driving a car, whatever, your top priority has to be your safety. And at the same time, not putting others to into trouble. I'll stop here, friends. I apologize for the long delay in getting this video out. I got busy with work and also with some family commitments. I'm working on another video called Nota Driving, and maybe after that we'll look at ATM part 2, where we'll look at bikers as well as looking at the road, because assessing what the road is doing is also very important for you and I to stay safe on our roads. Whenever we go to an ATM to withdraw some money, or when we drive past an ATM, can we just ask ourselves, can I do ATM driving? If not for anything else, it's only for your and my safety. Assessing their moves, anticipating their moves. Okay, friends, we'll stop here. Until we meet again in our next video, let's all drive safe and be safe. Goodbye.